The Phoenix Suns, they have won 6 games in a row. They're 7-1 and atop of the Western Conference, as Kevin Durant had another huge performance. He had 32 points, and Nurkic had 20 points to go along with 18 rebounds, and Devin Booker chipped in with 22 points, 9 assists, and 4 rebounds. The Suns rallied from a 15-point deficit to defeat the Miami Heat 115-112. It was another close win for the Suns, as the Suns, they trailed in this one 79-64 in the third quarter, but they did end the quarter on a 15-3 run to cut the Heat lead to 3. Then neither team was able to take control in the fourth, but Kevin Durant's jumper from the free throw line with 16 seconds to play gave Phoenix a 4-point lead. As Phoenix, they have won its last 5 games by 6 or fewer points, so their fans have had to sweat out some of these most recent wins. As Booker, he made one of 2 free throws with 4.8 seconds left, giving the Heat a chance, but the Heat failed to get a shot off before time expired. Grayson Allen scored 12 points, and Tyus Jones matched Booker with 9 assists for the Suns. The Suns' 7-1 start matches the best in their franchise's history, equaling 3 previous seasons: 1980-81, 2000-01, 2009-2010. In this video, guys, I'm going to be looking at the Phoenix Suns and why the NBA owes this team an apology, because people didn't think the Suns were going to do anything this season, and they have come out of the gate flying. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and shout out to OWES for sponsoring today's video. So let's be real. Nobody was really high on the Suns coming in. They went through the big coaching change. Their big acquisition was Tyus Jones. More on him a little bit later. But there wasn't that kind of same championship expectation for this team coming into this season as in seasons past. And the Suns, I mean, they have done a wonderful job out of the gate here. They have quietly put together a 7-1 record. And, you know, they are becoming the NBA's best fourth quarter team after being the worst last season. And that's been the biggest takeaway for this season for the Suns thus far. Is right now they're 13th in the league in plus minus in the fourth quarter at +1. And you know, Kevin Durant, he continued to deliver like an NBA MVP candidate, as he's been playing great basketball. He scored 32 points, and really he just went to work in clutch time. And KD continues to be one of the most clutch players in all of the NBA. Game on the line, you want to give the ball to Kevin Durant. And late in this game, he came up big. Durant, he hit a patented one-legged fadeaway over Tyler Hero to put the Suns up 5 with 2:53 to go. And then Durant wasn't done there, as Booker did a good job of finding Durant with 1:08 left. Durant was able to get the little fadeaway jumper to fall. And then, of course, Durant with Highsmith all over him, able to get the bucket right over top of him with 16 seconds left in the fourth. So Kevin Durant is just a cold-blooded man, as you could put any type of defensive coverages on him. He's going to find a way to score. And, you know, with Durant executing as well as he has, it's made this Phoenix Suns team just absolutely deadly. And Durant is now shooting 10 for 15 in clutch time this season, meaning the last 5 minutes when it is a 5-point game or less. So that's huge. Whenever you have such a dynamite weapon, a sniper like KD to lean on in these close games, it helps. And Phoenix, they're 6-0 in these games. The only team with at least 5 such victories. And this is big, guys, because remember, the Suns, they were not good in clutch games last season. They were just 20-21 in those games. And their execution late, it's been a dramatic reversal from the fourth quarter terrors that they had a year ago. And, you know, you look at Durant in this one, he scored 23 of his 32 points in the second half. He had 8 rebounds, 3 assists. He did have 6 turnovers, but 2 of those turnovers came in a mid-third quarter segment when the game really got away from Phoenix. And you got to credit the Suns. Like I said, they trailed by as many as 15, but they did not go away. The Suns, they buckled down when they needed to. And, you know, when they went on that surge, they really dialed in defensively. And, you know, you look at this Suns team, guys, there's been a couple of main takeaways. Obviously, it's been their late game execution, the way they're able to just turn it up a notch in the fourth quarter. Again, it helps to have a guy like Kevin Durant. But I also want to give a lot of credit to Ryan Dunn. I mean, he's been one of the biggest stories for this team early on. Unfortunately, the Suns did see their rookie leave early in the fourth quarter. He left with a sprained ankle, according to head coach Mike Budenholzer, so hopefully he's okay. But Dunn, I mean, the 28th overall pick in this year's draft, he played very well. He's been excellent defensively through the first bit of the season, and, you know, he's really shut down any narratives that he couldn't shoot at the next level. So Dunn has really given the Suns what they've needed, that type of 3-and-D player who can, lock up the other team's best player. We saw what he did to LeBron in that game, but then also he's capable of hitting shots. And hopefully for Dunn, this isn't a major concern for him, and he's able to get back out there, because Dunn has actually played really well for Phoenix thus far this season. He's eclipsed 10 points twice, and he's had a season high of 16. So if he can continue to be that kind of 3-and-D mold for Phoenix, this is what they need. And, he's going to continue to be such a big piece. And anytime you get a rookie coming out of the gate contributing at this impactful level for his team, it's going to go a long way. Now, guys, before I continue on with this video, I quickly want to talk about BetUS, today's video sponsor. You look at the Phoenix Suns' chances of getting out of the West, they don't look that bad. I know it's early in the season, but plus 800, that's pretty good value. This Suns team, they're due. This is looked at for being, one of the Suns' last chances. I know it seems like we see that every season, but the Suns, they're figuring things out. I really like how they look under Budenholzer. It's been a breath of fresh air with him leading the charge here. So if you guys want to go along and tail that bet, you can do just that. Go check out BetUS. I've been using them all season long. As you look at BetUS, guys, they're currently offering a 150% bonus on your first deposit and a 125% bonus on your second and third deposits up to $2,000 with the code YouTube150. Thank you to BetUS for sponsoring today's video. Now, the last person I want to talk about here to kind of wrap up this video, somebody who stood out to me, and really, I credit this guy for being a big difference maker for the Phoenix Suns, and that's Tyus Jones. Tyus Jones, I credited this move that the Suns made in the offseason. I did a separate video on it. And, having a true point guard has done wonders for the Suns. And Tyus Jones even said, he wasn't worried about himself. He really wanted to unlock this big three in Phoenix. And they finally have that steady point guard, a guy who is looking to get the most out of his weapons. And you look at the job that Tyus Jones has done this season, guys. I mean, it's the assists that have really stood out to me. He had 8 assists against the Heat. He's had an 11 assist performance against the Clippers going back to October 31st, 7 assists against the Mavericks. He had 8 assists against the Clippers on opening night. So overall, I mean, Tyus Jones, you look at points per game, it's 8.9, and he's only shooting at 34.4% from 3, but they don't need Tyus Jones to go off. They need Tyus Jones to be that floor general, and he's done just that. Tyus Jones is averaging 6.8 assists through 8 games for the Suns. And, his points are down, but again, he's not needed to score. He needs those assists to be up. And this is a guy who averaged 7.3 assists with the Wizards last season. So when the Suns made this move, it was huge. And, Jones, he committed to what he felt was the ideal fit with the Suns. And, he signed a 1-year, $3 million contract. And this was a deal that was well below his market value, but it was a risk worth taking because he knew he was going to have a big opportunity to contribute to a contender. He has been that point guard to steady their offense. And, he took less money, but that meant that he was going to start at point guard on a hopeful championship contender. And so far, he's done a really good job. So Tyus Jones, he's really embraced this role. He's embraced this opportunity. It's been a nice recipe. It really has in Phoenix. And you look at the Suns, they look a lot better so far than a season ago. You got KD, who's playing at the peak of his powers. You got Devin Booker, who's been playing well. So Phoenix looks good to begin the season, guys. There have been a lot of haters that have come after the Suns, but so far those haters are silent because Phoenix, they're actually winning games. And they're winning tight games, which is something they weren't able to do last season. But guys, let me know your thoughts on the Suns team early on. Are you a believer in them? What do you make of the Suns this early into the season? Drop your comments down below. Hit a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And once again, I want to shout out BetUS for sponsoring today's video. That is it for me. It's Luke signing off. As always, thank you so much for watching. I will catch you all again in the next one.